Okay. Okay.
Did you see it?
Well, it says online, but I don't actually see the stream.
Uh, let's give it a bit, I guess. Oh, Dragon's Fortress.
Okay, I see it. Did I disconnect?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what Dragonz4477 is trying to do.
Is he watching the...
Yeah, he's watching the. He is literally watching the Wii Motion Plus tutorial. Alright, so, welcome to the Wii Sports Resort Bingo Tournament Round 3 Lockout. Just means if you claim a space, your opponent can. That's basically it. So, it's the first to 13 out of 25 goals. Because if your opponent gets 12, 13 is not more than 13 is more than 12. That's what I meant to say. Alright, I believe we're both ready to start, so ready for countdown.
Who's gonna count us off? Are you?
Yeah, I have to count them off in the bingo sync chat. So we're going to
Oh,
start
okay.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And they are off. I'm going to watch on the Resort Fest stream so that we like have the same amount of delay. It's gonna
Looks
be
like there's a lot of golf and frisbee golf on this.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what both runners decide to be going for.
Looks like Dragons, I'm pretty sure, is going into... No, wait. No, that's Cindy.
Yeah,
Cindy is going into archery, and Dragons is going into power cruising.
Dragon selecting against me, that means he's going for get any stamp. Um, looks like he's going to be taking advantage of all the power cruising stuff. Cause like that's really the secret to Lockout in this, in like Wii Sports Resort Bingo. You want to go
Yeah.
for the ones you can combine together. As opposed to doing a bunch of single ones. An easy stamp for Dragons would just be go through all the rings, and it looks like he knows that. So he needs to go through all the rings for a stamp. He needs to not go out of bounds, and I think those are the only ones on there for power cruising.
Yeah.
Cindy is in archery. He is going for over 100 points in beginner. 76 after the third stage. It's gonna be a bit tough for him to get 100 on the last stage here. But it's doable. Dragons completes power cruising. Also, to anyone who's wondering, there's no game audio because both runners literally can't have game audio. So we just don't have it. Dragons didn't get the stamp in power cruising. Doesn't look like he's gonna go back to get it.
A very interesting strategy from Dragons.
Yeah. I think he meant to go for it, but he just didn't quite know the requirements. He's gonna hit the 5-point area. I don't know. Oh, that was a goal. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if that's a goal or if he's bad. Dropping frames. Took us 5 minutes to. Oh no, that's 8,000 bit rate, not 800. Definitely don't want to be streaming at 8,000 bit rate. That's just not ideal.
Looks like Cindy is going into Island Flyover.
Let's see what you can do in Island Flyover. You can get Miguel's plane, which is easy. You just light the flare. And it looks like it's it. Dragon's going into final stage with 75. It's gonna be a bit hard to close it out. He's going to need. He's definitely gonna need to get a 10. But yeah, it's impossible now. Cindy has located Miguel. Now, you just have to get the eye point.
Looks like Cindy does get the eye point.
Yep.
And now Cindy is going into golf.
There's quite a few golf ones on here. You got Classic B. Did I say Classic B twice? Classic A, Classic B, Resort B. Get a stamp and complete any blind. So that could be a potential 3-in-1 if you so choose.
Yeah.
But Cindy is going to go into Resort B. Doesn't look like he's in blind mode. So he's just going for completing it. And Dragonz finally gets over 100 in archery. Dragonz also selecting golf. This could be interesting. If they're both going for golf at the same time, it's gonna be a race for whoever can claim the goal first.
Looks like Dragonz is probably going to go for the stamp.
Yeah, as he selected guest C. He's also going into Resort B. But Cindy is also in Resort B. So, unless Cindy messes up, Dragonz is going to be robbed of a goal here. Dragonz also didn't go into the course blind, so that one's still up for grabs, if Cindy wants to do that immediately after this. Although if Cindy keeps missing those putts, Dragonz might be able to catch up. But they're about a full hole apart right now. Dragonz gets a nasty red line slice. Definitely was not intentional. Cindy going for the driver out of the rough. It sort of worked, I guess. But not really.
Looks like Cindy does complete Resort B first.
My stream must be a bit behind.
Oh, I was saying that the bingo card, because I stole it.
Yeah, because Cindy just got Resort B on my screen.
Oh, looks like we're about on the same delay then.
So as long as Dragonz can get under par, or even a chip in, then he will have secured that goal. And Cindy is going to go further into the golfs with Classic B. Dragonz quits early on Resort B. He decided to stop going for it. Probably because he couldn't get par anymore, but I wasn't paying attention to that.
Looks like Dragonz goes into spin control to get.
He's going to get a stamp, and he went into the game without against me, but as he has no stamps, it doesn't matter. An easy stamp here, just get one pin on every frame. And looks like he's so far succeeding in doing so.
Shouldn't be too hard for Dragonz here.
Meanwhile, Cindy still on the Classic B, but finishing the second hole just now. There's a lot of wakeboarding on here, I just realized. There's
Yeah, it's gonna be
intermediate,
quite a slow.
there's intermediate, expert, and any stamp. You could potentially do either intermediate or expert as well as a stamp. Get two in about 2 minutes, not too bad. And
Looks like Cindy's finished.
Yeah, completes Classic B. And Dragonz is going to end with one pin down on every frame, and he gets the stamp, rightfully so. Looks like he wants to do return challenge. You can get over 100 points in that, for one. Cindy wants to do canoeing. I'm not sure what canoeing ones are on there. You can do 3 stages. So yeah, overall, I feel like there are definitely faster options that both runners could be going for, but they're doing well at what they're opting to do. Like
Yeah.
Dragon's already up at 35. I just realized I was like, why didn't Cindy go for Classic A? But that was in Frisbee golf, so. He was a bit on a golf tear, so.
I'm pretty sure Cindy can't even go for golf or Frisbee golf because they don't have it unlocked.
Oh, that's really rough. Dragonz gets 100. Doesn't mark it though.
Yeah, because it says get over 100.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of people make that mistake.
I definitely have never done that. Oh. I would never. Anyways, gonna go into table tennis. Where you can hit opponent in the face 3 times. It's a bit easy, but at the same time it can be hard because Cole can either be brain dead or a god at returning. And just the accuracy of hitting them in the face also is hard. Dragon's decided it's not worth going for. Cindy is slowly catching up. Dragon's really has to get a move on what he wants to do.
Looks like Cindy does complete 3 stages in canoeing.
And you can mark that. Now they're both tied at 4-4.
Pretty close.
Yeah. You can tell the difference between the two is that Dragon's is like, he doesn't really know what he's going for, but Cindy, like, you can see immediately after he does canoeing, he goes right into wakeboarding. He already's planned out what he's gonna do. Alright, I eat my words, he just left wakeboarding.
Was there nothing a beginner for wakeboarding? I don't
No,
think there is.
only intermediate and expert. So Dragon's going for the stamp, I think, and he got 30 points on beginner, which would automatic, like on the first stage, so he would automatically get a stamp. So he's gonna do all sports strats, and he gets Bull Stampede. Both of them are tied at 5-5.
Looks like Cindy gets 2 slam dunks in basketball pickup game.
Yeah, now they're tied at 5-5. I said that like 30 seconds before it happened, so sorry. And Dragon's back again in standard game. He's gonna get over 170 points. Going for the Alaska setup. Most of the point requirements in bingo aren't that hard,
Yeah.
so he should be able to get this. Almost a strike for Dragons. Cindy, also in table tennis, looks like he's going for hitting him in the face. And he got brinked by Cole. Yeah, Dragon's got 2 strikes in a row, which will definitely help his score. Yeah, Dragon's easily is gonna get 170 here. At least I think so. A bit too much.
Unless he messes up.
Yeah. It would take a pretty big mess up. He's at 154. Skip. Yeah, he got a strike, so he's gonna get 2 extra throws. And yeah, he got another strike, so easy 170. Cindy's still trying to hit Cole. And
Looks like Cindy hits.
Finally hitting Cole, sorry. Cindy's gonna go into archery. The only one that's not claimed yet is 50 points in expert. Dragon's gonna go for classic A in frisbee golf. Both are currently tied at 6-6. Like I said, it's first to 13 because 13 is greater than 12, and 13 plus 12 is 25. That's how many are on a bingo board. You get it, you get it. And yeah, I guessed right. Cindy's gonna go into expert because that's the only one not claimed that's related to it. Ooh, looks like Dragonz also, I just realized, is using Against Me. He's gonna go for the stamp in Frisbee Golf, too. If he gets a hole-in-one on this hole, then that'll get him a stamp guaranteed. And it looks like he's gonna barely miss it. Curves and lands in the bunker. Cindy leaving stage 2 with 35 points. If he gets a couple lucky shots on 3, he could end the game early.
Cindy's struggling on stage 3.
Yeah, unfortunate meeting with the wood boards, and getting a 1 doesn't help either. There's a lot of leeway for him on the final stage though. Just now it only needs 5 points after the first shot, and he hits the 8. Oh no, it's the 9 area. It gives him 54. Ooh, Dragonz throws it out of bounds. Right next to the goal. That's gonna be very rough. Oh! Out again. If I was Dragonz, I would have just selected the putter and threw it in after that. What is Dragonz doing? He's choking very hard.
Yeah. Cindy weirdly going into beginner wakeboarding.
Looks like he's just gonna go for the stamp. And yeah, unfortunate +7 for Dragonz. Unless he got another stamp requirement along the way? No. What he could have done was gone to Classic B, where the first hole is a par 3, and you can restart until you get a hole-in-one. That's a guaranteed stamp.
Yeah.
Dragonz is also in wakeboarding. Gonna go for the stamp, but Cindy is also going for the stamp. But Dragonz is gonna go into intermediate, which is the difficulty that's actually on the board. But yeah, since Cindy only has 45 seconds in wakeboarding now, he's gonna easily get the stamp before Dragonz. That is a good question, Jack. That is the question. Even though both Resort B and Classic B have been claimed by Cindy in golf, one of them could still potentially go for the completing a blind course and getting a stamp. That would be 2 easy goals to knock out in one game. So at this point, since Cindy has the stamp, if Dragonz just gets 1,000, he can exit the game early. Cindy also just unlocked intermediate. I guess that's why it went to beginner, because he didn't have it unlocked. But Dragonz is already in intermediate, so that's gonna be tough luck for Cindy, because he won't find out until Dragonz claims it. And there we go, Dragons 1045 with 27 left on the clock. Cindy's still gonna play the game. He might be trying to unlock Expert so that he can get that, but I feel like that would potentially be slower in the end. Both of them are still tied at 8-8. It would be very interesting if we see them get to a 12-12, and then they have to battle for the last goal. And Dragon's gonna go for over 100 points this time.
Cindy now returning back.
He's gonna go back to golf, yeah. Is he gonna go for the blind? He is. At least I think he is. Yep, he is in blind mode and he's gonna go for stamp, I'm assuming too. For some reason, Cindy is also, you can notice that he's having a bit of trouble with his follow through in golf. He's kind of just stopping as soon as he hits it. So yeah, this race is very close. This is probably one of the closest that we've had in a little bit. Because at this point in the tournament, we're in round 3 where we're getting to matchups that are fair and aren't just like, you know, unfair. I was going to give an example, but I was going to give out an example of names, but it's probably better off not doing that.
Dragon's getting over 100 points in return challenge.
And looks like he's going back to power cruising. He's gonna get the stamp. Cindy also had a meeting with the water on 2 that might hinder his ability to get under par. Looks like his score is +1, so he's gonna need to get an eagle just to get under par. Yeah, looks like he's just gonna give up on the stamp. Yeah, there's not much left on the board. Both the runners have knocked out most of the quick ones. Dragon's being careful to go through the rings. He already knows that. He has to turn back around to go into... He has to make sure he goes through the ring. And it took him a bit of time, but he did. Cindy also going into not wakeboarding, power cruising. But he's gonna realize very soon that Dragonz did that already. That is if Dragonz gets the stamp here. And he does. Dragonz back in Frisbee Golf. Is he gonna go into Resort B and try to get that? I'm assuming. Ooh, he's also gonna go to the Guess Me, get another attempt at a stamp.
I'm surprised none of them have done cycling yet, because you can double up on cycling.
Yeah. They might think that Up the Volcano is a bit too long for them to do right now. But one of them might have to soon. Dragonz gets a hole-in-one on 4, which means he has a guaranteed stamp. If the next 2 holes go right for him, then he might have this in the bag.
Cindy restarting power, cruising 4.
Yeah.
No.
He still hasn't realized that Dragonz already got the stamp.
Which might cost Cindy the match.
Yeah. Because if he was in cycling right now, it would probably get really close. Although I just realized that the other cycling goal is not going to 0 hearts, which might be a bit slow to most people. Like, it might be really slow if you can't do that. And, as I said, Cindy's back in... I'm not back, he's going into cycling. Man, Dragonz can really not... can just not throw the frisbee in the goal today. He's getting a bit careless, because he knows that he already got the stamp. Although Cindy's into the beach, so I don't think he realized he could have doubled up.
I don't think he had it unlocked.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's definitely gonna cost him a lot. That's been a big detriment to a lot of runners in the tournament, not having things unlocked. Dare lost a race because he didn't have shoals unlocked in power cruising, and he had to play cavern like 5 times. So yeah, if you're participate in the bingo tourney, you might want to prepare for that and get everything unlocked. Dragonz completes Resort B and gets a stamp. He only needs to do one. He only needs to do one more goal to lock out Cindy. And he's going to go into wakeboarding. He's going to try to get 700 points. And as long as he gets the 700 points in a good amount of time, he doesn't have to actually, like, wait the full 2 minutes. So, I would say that Dragonz has got this in the bag. As long as he doesn't... I don't know what it would take.
Cindy race.
Yeah. I don't know what it would take. I don't know what Dragonz would have to do for Cindy to pull ahead at this point. It would take a bit.
Cindy really needs Dragonz to mess up or his game to crash. That's the only way he can really catch up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think he would just have to get a game crash at this point. Even so, Cindy doesn't have Up the Volcano unlocked, so even if he got the stamp and expert before Dragonz, if Dragonz has Up the Volcano unlocked, he would easily get it. So that's a bit unfortunate. Looks like Dragonz is getting the hang of wakeboarding now. Commentator's curse, he literally crashes into a thing as soon as I say that. And if he lands this jump, and
that's time.
Dragonz gets it. 13 goals. GG. And there you can
GG.
see.
Bro, I'm shaking.
Nice.
I,
Alright.
I, I was so nervous. I thought, oh, first golf, okay.
Oh, and he left. Alright, so, Red, do you have any closing remarks? Anything you want to
Um,
say?
Not really. Good GG's to the runners. Sadly, Cindy is out of the tournament, and Dragons moves on.
No, actually, he isn't, because this match was in the
Oh
winners.
yeah, this
Yeah,
isn't losers. For some reason, I thought this was losers.
yeah, this match is in the winners bracket, which means that Cindy. Let's see where Cindy goes.
I think
Um,
Cindy
Cindy
versus
goes
Iron
on.
Ninja.
Yeah, Cindy goes on to face Iron Ninja in the losers bracket, also in round 3. So he's gonna have to do another lockout match. So yeah, and then Dragons is going to move on to the quarterfinals, which will be best of 7 single row bingo, and that and Dragons will be facing the winner of CMDR and Triple T. So that will be a big challenge for him. Yeah. Alright, that's it. We'll see you guys later on the next match. Bye bye.